Guys, it's Melissa. We are back onto our branding lessons, and today we're going to be talking about brand boards. What I want you guys to do this week is work on creating your brand boards. Now, this whole PDF is printable and it is attached to this lesson, so you can take it and print it out and make notes on it and go through and add anything that you need to remember or you just want to kind of focus on. That way, you are able to find those items in Pinterest later as we go through to do our research. So we're going to be talking about what a brand board is, and basically a brand board is the visual representation of what you want your brand to be. It's going to help you stay clear and concise on exactly how you want to be portrayed in the marketplace. And if done right, when you bring in the correct colors and fonts and whatnot, it's going to attract your ideal customers to you. It's going to help serve as a reference to help you know which fonts to use, what colors to use, your design elements, and these will be used on your website, your business cards, social media graphics, everything. So when somebody sees something that you put out, they automatically recognize that it came from you because they've seen it consistent for so long. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to really focus on this week, because this plays a huge part in your business and just your success, okay? So the brand board will include your logo, your color palette, the fonts, your values, your motto, design elements, and whatever else that you want to place there for reference. As you go through these notes, we have a little bit about what's in a color. I'd love for you guys to take a little bit of time to research color psychology. There's so much that each color represents, and you will draw in a particular type of person due to the color that you have on your brand. Now, you'll have, different customers from all over walks of life, but you will have more of one kind if they're drawn into what your brand statement says. So for me, I chose pinks and golds just because I'm drawn to them naturally myself too, but I feel like it's just really lighthearted and friendly. And that's why a lot of my stuff is done in those colors. So you can read through and see what all the colors represent, and then go take it one step further by researching the psychology of each color before deciding which one you want to represent your brand. Once you have decided on a basic color, I'd love for you guys to make a Pinterest board. This is one that I've made, and just make it a secret board, call it branding. You can see here that we have a lot of pink and gold, and these are just parts that I can draw inspiration from. And the neat thing about this, as you get over to actually make your brand board, you can take a picture, let's say like this one here. I'm going to save the image as, I'm just going to call it number 1. Then I'm going to come over here to Silhouette, and I'm going to attach this as well. We're going to go to File, Merge, and I'm going to put this image here on this screen. So I can use this here on my brand board. Oops, let me move that. But what's neat as we're doing our colors, you're able to come over here to the color wheel. You can grab this color picker. Let's first select what we want it to go on. We're going to select this circle. I'll fix that in a second. Okay, let's try this again. Ungroup. And ungroup again, because I want these all to be different. So I'm just going to take my little color picker, and I'm going to pick, I like that pink here. And then we're going to come back over to our selector and pick our next color. And let's say we want one that's a little bit darker, or even like this gold, which here for me, I would place an actual gold glitter, but let's say like these ones here. Because you want to have 3 to 5 colors that you can kind of incorporate and draw from. So let's come over here. I'm going to grab this again. And that one was actually just a little bit dark for me, I think, the red, but I might use it. We'll see. I would place like a gold glitter in here, and then maybe like the whites, or even come back over here to Pinterest, and let's see what other pictures I had here that I could draw from. So like this one, I really like the pinks in this picture. I'm just going to save it. Then we're going to come back over to our Silhouette program, and I am going to do File and Merge, and I'm going to place that picture onto my mat. And then once again, let me do this one first because I don't really love that color. And so you can play around with this and really draw what you want from these different colors until you find like that you have the perfect combination of colors here at the top. And I would like probably a black or something really dark too. Even like this maroon is fine. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to do your brand colors here. You'll have a few different pictures for inspiration. You're going to want to put your logo on your brand board, a company motto, whatever that's going to be, the different fonts that you pick out, which if we come back over here to our, let me minimize this. I have a few different font sites. You're going to have myfonts.com, Font Squirrel, all the typical ones that you already know of, but I really want you to go through, look at Pinterest for like font combinations and such. Try to find a font that is easy to read. You don't want something that's really difficult for your customers to read, and you want it to be different than the font that you've already chosen for your logo, because your logo should stand out on its own. So try to think about all that when you're incorporating your fonts, and when you find some that you really like, you're going to put it here on your font board. The neat thing about this when you're done with it is that you can give this over to a designer, somebody on Fiverr, if you need them to make some graphics or you need them to make a card or whatever. You can hand them your brand board and they'll know exactly which colors to use. They'll know kind of how you feel like with your inspirations from the pictures and stuff that you place on there. They'll know exactly what fonts to use, what your motto is, what kind of person you are, like your values. Maybe you are friendly. Let's see. Let's try to make this a little bit smaller. You're going to put like or like stay kind, be true, whatever your values are, you're going to put all of those there on your board too. So you can hand this over to someone and they can do something for you that's going to completely sum up you and your company with little to no effort because of the work that you've put into this. So guys, I can't wait to see your brand boards. I want you guys to work on them this week and please share them in the groups. And I hope you guys are having a fun time with branding. Remember, next week we're doing Etsy. So if we can get all of this taken care of this week, we can use some of this in all of our Etsy listings next week. So it's going to work out perfect. Y'all have an amazing week and let me know if you have any questions. Talk with you soon.